connection with Jackson?
No, you know what I'm saying? Offense going great for real. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, starting all over, obviously. You know, got a new quarterback. So just trying to get down that connection with him every day is really the main goal, you know what I'm saying? Just continuing just to support him and uplift him. And I be trying to teach him how to be a leader, like try to show him how to be a leader and take a look at my own leadership skills and improve those. So I feel like that's really mainly what this spring is about. I feel like a lot of the time in the room, there's a lot of guys who we already know that can play, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys talking about specifically about my room, of course, and if we're talking about the whole team, the whole offense, I want to speak to the offense in general. Like, there's a lot of guys who we already know what they can do on the field, so really it's just now about putting all those puzzle pieces together, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a new lineup, going to be a new starters, new two deep, you know what I'm saying? So just everybody gelling, and I feel like it's going real well, especially as spring has progressed on. I feel like it's definitely been an obvious improvement from the first day of practice to now. So just looking to continue that and show that in the spring game and just take it day by day for real. We ain't trying to go too fast. We kind of know the equation to be great and the equation to have success. We've seen it last year, what we had to do in the offseason, so now we're just trying to amplify that and just continue it, you know what I'm saying, follow the direction of our leaders, of our coaches, you know what I'm saying. As long as we listen to what they tell us to do and just continue to take their coaching, I know that everything going to turn out great.
How do you feel like you've evolved as a leader going into your third season?
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's really just vocally, I would say, is the main way that I feel like I've changed, like how I tone, like my tone and how I talk to my other teammates. And you know what I'm saying, some situations I've learned you might not need to say as much, and some you need to say a lot. You know, I feel like that's the main thing that the way my leadership has grown, just being a guy who was always like high energy and high passion. What was going to take me to the next step in my leadership role is me being able to just know when to calm it down, you know what I'm saying, know when I need to talk to this specific guy this way and talk to this guy another way, you know what I'm saying, and just learning my teammates and just learning how everybody wants to be talked to, but at the same time also telling guys like, hey, we can't be in our feelings out here because it's the work, you know what I'm saying, having a great balance of that. And I feel like that's where I come in. I feel like all the coaches will say the same thing when it comes to intensity and energy, you know what I'm saying, that's where I come in. I'm always trying to get guys to compete, you know what I'm saying, get guys to feel tried so they can come out and be their best, the doggiest version of themselves. So I feel like that's where my leadership has grown and is going to continue to grow. I'm going to be always bring out the best in my guys and my teammates, and I feel like we got a lot of great players out here, and if we're all going hard in practice every single day, then, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be hard to deal with in the fall.
Does it mess with the dynamic or make it a little bit harder when you have guys in the wide receiver room that have been banged up at times throughout spring like you guys have been dealing with?
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously we got guys banged up and, you know, it makes it, you know, some people got to take more reps and there might not be as much breaks, but we got next man up mentality for sure, including the freshmen, you know what I'm saying? They've been going with the twos. Like, everybody's been ready to step up, and one guy goes down, the next guy's up, and we really ain't been trying to do too much complaining, you know what I'm saying? That's the mentality of the room, and Coach Jones appreciates that out of the guys who just put their head down and, you know what I'm saying, really ain't worried about no nicks and all that other stuff and little bruises. We just going to keep on going, and the guys who got real injuries, real problems, we praying for them, and they get in the training room and getting right, but we ain't really worried about all that, man. We know that the room going to be deep. The room's still deep with the injuries. The room always going to be deep, man, so we just got to continue to build up the guys who are here, who are able to practice, and everything else is going to fall into place.
You talked about Jackson, but just looking at that quarterback room as a whole, do you sense there's more competitive depth there than there has been the last couple of years?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. There's definitely competitive depth there. And, you know, it's going to get overlooked because of Jackson Arnold is just such a great quarterback, you know what I'm saying? He's a great guy, a great leader, but Mike Hawkins is a dog too, you feel me? General Booty showing he's a dog in spring too, you know what I'm saying? The whole quarterback room is competition, and I know that if one guy goes down in there, that the next guy will be ready to step up the same way that we do in our room.
What kind of growth have you seen from Jackson, from the guy that took over in December during the bull practices to now?
I see a guy who's just trying to be more assertive, you know what I'm saying, trying to be more confident, trying to show the team that he can be that guy, be the leader, and that he's not scared to take chances and big risk, big reward, you know what I'm saying? Like, coming from playing behind a quarterback like DG, you know what I'm saying? DG wasn't scared of anything, man. Yeah. That's one thing I'll say about him, bro. He didn't care what people said about him. He didn't care nothing about that. All he wanted to do was go out there and show you that he was a great, he's gonna make a big play. And I feel like that's the kind of guy that Jackson is coming into, you know what I'm saying? A guy that wants to push the ball downfield and motivate his teammates and hype the crowd up, you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of guy we need here at Oklahoma, you know? And this is a big school, it's a big stage, and all of us are blessed to be able to come here and play on this stage, and we got to take full advantage of it. And that comes with bringing energy to the team, and we're going to go as far as we go with JFA. Just keep it real. Like, we're going to go as far as he go, and I got the utmost faith in him from what I've seen so far, what I've seen in the fall, and it's never been a doubt in my mind, so I'm just going to continue to be better for him, you know what I'm saying? I be telling him all the time in practice, like, that's on me, bro. Like, don't even worry about it. That's on me. I try to tell him. And even in the beginning of spring, you know what I'm saying, it was harder for me. I'm like, man, this is a new quarterback. Like, we not on the same page. Like, is it my fault? Is it me? But as spring went on, I realized, like, yeah, bro, like, You the junior, like I'm a junior, like it's on you, bro. Like it's on you to pick him up and make him great. And guess what? When he becomes great, then the O-line gonna be great. And when the O-line comes great, then the D-line comes great, and the whole team great. And before you know it, we just playing and going on, and just, you know what I'm saying? It's just great to be out here and great to be listening to Coach V and everything that we got going on. I can say nothing else about it but positive, man. I love it.
What kind of growth have you had personally?
Personally, I feel like me, I'm just, what I learned from, like I always say, one of the things I learned, the biggest thing I learned from BV is just how you do everything is how you do anything, man. Or how you do anything is how you do everything. I mean, so I've been trying to just live my life in the best way possible on and off the field, and I feel like that's what's going to allow me to have the most blessings on the field, you know what I'm saying? School, work, how I treat people, how I talk to people, how I come out here and compete with my teammates, how I attack film, how I attack recovery. Like, I try to get on all that, man. I'm still not perfect. I'm still far from where I need to be. I still need to get more extra work on the jugs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not nowhere close to where I need to be, but I'm strides farther than where I was, and I'm excited to be able to go out into the stadium this year and show everybody that, hey, I'm just still working. I'm just going to keep on getting better and better. I might not be a guy who would pop right on the scene, but I'm just a steady increase. That's how I was in Pop Warner all the way to high school. I started on freshman, I started on JV. Like, I'm always just going to keep working, and ain't no going to go better to stop the work. So